Deep in the African savanna lives an animal so small that, at first glance, it seems completely outmatched by the predators around it. It doesn't have the speed of a cheetah, the strength of a lion, or the size of an elephant. It weighs little more than a medium-sized dog. Yet, even Africa's most dangerous predators often avoid fighting it. Lions have been seen walking away. Leopards sometimes abandon their attacks. Hyenas, famous for stealing food from almost anyone, often decide that this particular meal simply isn't worth the risk. So how can such a small animal earn the respect of creatures many times its size? The answer lies in millions of years of evolution that turned the honey badger into one of the toughest survivors on Earth. The honey badger, also known as the ratel, lives across much of Africa, the Middle East, and parts of Asia. Despite its name, it doesn't spend most of its time searching for honey. It is an opportunistic hunter and scavenger that eats almost anything it can find. Rodents, birds, eggs, insects, reptiles, fruit, roots, and even venomous snakes all appear on its menu. This incredible flexibility allows it to survive in environments where many other animals would struggle. Whether crossing dry deserts, open grasslands, dense forests, or rocky hillsides, the honey badger always finds a way to adapt. Its appearance doesn't immediately suggest danger. Standing only about 12 inches tall at the shoulder and measuring less than 3 feet from nose to tail, it seems almost insignificant beside Africa's giant predators. But appearances can be deceiving. Underneath its coarse black and gray fur lies one of the most remarkable survival systems found in the animal kingdom. The honey badger's skin is one of its greatest weapons. Unlike most mammals, whose skin fits tightly around their muscles, the honey badger's skin is unusually thick, incredibly tough, and remarkably loose. A predator that manages to grab it often discovers that the fight is far from over. Instead of being trapped, the honey badger can twist around inside its own skin and bite the attacker directly in the face. Imagine trying to hold someone by their jacket, only to watch them spin around inside it and strike back. This unique adaptation makes it extremely difficult for predators to gain control, even when they appear to have already won. Its skin also provides impressive protection against bites, claws, and stings. Lions and leopards often struggle to inflict serious damage during the first moments of an attack. Even porcupine quills, bee stings, and many snake fangs have difficulty penetrating deeply enough to become immediately fatal. While no animal is invincible, these natural defenses dramatically improve the honey badger's chances of surviving encounters that would kill most other mammals of similar size. Perhaps the honey badger's most famous reputation comes from its relationship with venomous snakes. Across Africa, snakes such as cobras, puff adders, and even the deadly black mamba are feared by nearly every creature. Their venom can kill within hours or even minutes, depending on the species. Yet the honey badger actively hunts them. Watching a honey badger confront a cobra is one of nature's most astonishing spectacles. Instead of avoiding the snake, it circles carefully, waiting for the perfect opportunity. The snake strikes repeatedly, but the honey badger's quick reflexes and thick skin reduce the danger. At exactly the right moment, it lunges forward and bites directly behind the snake's head, ending the fight almost instantly. Sometimes, however, the snake succeeds in delivering a venomous bite. Incredibly, the honey badger often survives. Scientists believe the species possesses a partial resistance to certain snake venoms, although researchers are still studying exactly how this works. There have been documented cases where a honey badger appears to collapse after being bitten, remaining motionless for hours before eventually waking up and continuing to eat the snake that had nearly killed it. While this doesn't mean it is immune to venom, it demonstrates an extraordinary level of resilience rarely seen in mammals. Fearlessness alone would never guarantee survival. In reality, the honey badger is far more intelligent than its reputation suggests. Rather than attacking everything in sight without thinking, it constantly evaluates risk. If an enemy is too dangerous, it may retreat. If the opportunity looks favorable, it attacks with astonishing confidence and speed. Its bold behavior often creates the illusion that it fears nothing. But behind that confidence lies careful decision-making, shaped by evolution. Researchers have also observed impressive problem-solving abilities in captive honey badgers. In several wildlife sanctuaries, individuals escaped enclosures by stacking logs, dragging rocks beneath fences, opening simple gates, and even using tools to climb over walls. Keepers who believed they had designed escape-proof habitats were repeatedly surprised by the animals' creativity. These observations suggest that the honey badger possesses a level of intelligence far beyond what many people expect from a small carnivore. Food is another reason for its remarkable success. Unlike specialized predators that depend on one particular prey, the honey badger is willing to eat almost anything. During the rainy season, it may feed on insects and frogs. During dry months, it digs for rodents hiding underground. It steals bird eggs from nests, tears apart termite mounds, raids beehives for honey, and scavenges the leftovers abandoned by lions. This flexible diet means that when one food source disappears, another quickly replaces it. Its digging ability is equally impressive. Equipped with long, powerful claws, the honey badger can excavate surprisingly large burrows in just a few minutes. These underground shelters provide protection from predators, shelter from the intense African heat, and safe places to rest during the day. Many prey animals that believe they are safe beneath the ground quickly discover that the honey badger is more than capable of reaching them. One fascinating relationship found in nature involves the honey guide bird. For centuries, local communities have observed these birds leading both humans and honey badgers toward wild beehives. After the hive is broken open, the honey badger enjoys the honey, while the bird feeds on leftover wax and bee larvae that would otherwise remain inaccessible. Although scientists continue debating how often this cooperation occurs in the wild, it remains one of the most intriguing examples of potential interspecies interaction. Despite its legendary reputation, the honey badger doesn't spend every day fighting lions or battling snakes. Most of its life is surprisingly ordinary. It travels long distances searching for food, avoids unnecessary confrontations whenever possible, and rests in burrows during the hottest parts of the day. Like every wild animal, conserving energy is essential for survival. Every injury carries risk, so unnecessary fights are avoided whenever possible. When conflict becomes unavoidable, however, the honey badger transforms into one of nature's most determined defenders. It charges larger animals without hesitation, emits loud growls and screams, raises its thick fur to appear even bigger, and continues fighting long after many other animals would surrender. This relentless determination often convinces predators that searching for easier prey is the smarter choice. Interestingly, this strategy illustrates an important principle found throughout nature. Predators don't simply ask whether they can win a fight, they ask whether winning is worth the cost. Even a successful hunt can result in broken teeth, damaged eyes, or serious injuries that may later prevent future hunts. For a lion, risking permanent injury over such a small meal rarely makes sense. The honey badger exploits this calculation perfectly. It doesn't need to defeat every predator. It only needs to convince them that attacking isn't worth the danger. Over the years, videos of fearless honey badgers have spread across the internet, creating an almost mythical reputation. While some stories have been exaggerated, the truth remains extraordinary enough on its own. This animal is not indestructible. It can be killed by lions, leopards, crocodiles, and many other predators under the right circumstances. But compared to most animals of similar size, its survival rate in dangerous encounters is astonishingly high. The honey badger represents a different path in evolution. Instead of growing larger, becoming faster, or developing enormous strength, it evolved resilience. Thick skin, powerful claws, remarkable intelligence, incredible adaptability, partial venom resistance, and relentless determination all combined into one of nature's most effective survival strategies. None of these characteristics alone would make it famous. Together, they created an animal that continues to amaze scientists, wildlife photographers, and nature lovers around the world. The next time someone tells you that bigger always means stronger, remember the honey badger. In the wild, survival isn't always decided by size or power. Sometimes, the greatest advantage belongs to the creature that simply refuses to give up. And that is exactly why this small predator has earned its place as one of the toughest animals on Earth.